Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Let's have fun. Let's start off with this story. Joe Biden told a story about his Uncle Bozy. His Ambrose, I think he said, called him Uncle Bozy, who apparently was flying in a plane and crashed in New Guinea. And apparently, according to him, there were a lot of cannibals, and they never found Uncle Bozy. So they concluded that Uncle Bozy was actually eaten by cannibals. There's nothing to support this story whatsoever. And apparently he's done different versions of the story. But good old senile, demented Joe Biden, our shuffling, senile president, is now telling stories about his Uncle Bozy getting eaten. They ate the wrong Biden. That's all I got to say. All right, Brian Koberger, you know, the guy that's slain those 4 Idaho University students. You know what this guy did? His alibi now, he was out. Could have come up with a better one than this. He was out driving around, looking at the moon and the stars and killing 4 people. Unbelievable. This guy obviously doesn't have one friend that could give him a real alibi. Yeah, he was with me. All right, Columbia president got grilled about the anti-Semitism on their woke liberal campus. Do you believe that there's no condemnation of this crap from Biden and company, like death to America in Michigan? Nothing. It's unbelievable. Middle class, the middle class stats keep coming out, are getting crucified. I mean, inflation on down, baby. Pulverized. We're wiping out our middle class. Barack, he's the guy responsible for everything relating to Iran. Look at him smiling. I'll send you some billions on a placard, you know. Yeah, we'll send it to you. Last day of my administration. We'll unfreeze those assets. Hey, by the way, man, I could crash the whole healthcare system with Obamacare, and I can still send you billions. Yeah, man. Look at me. I'm a cool black guy. President of the United States. It isn't enough that they're charging $18 for some freaking meal these days. They're not going to start charging you for the bag. China. House report reports that all of the fentanyl coming into this country is coming in through China, and China's responsible for it. You go back and check the videos. Over 5 years ago, I told you my buddy working the DEA, who was in charge of this out of Washington, D.C., was telling me, and I've been saying it ever since, that fentanyl is coming from China on purpose. So I'm 5 years ahead of the House report. I think this whole show is going so good, it might be a whole reel itself. Oh, that's called the show. Ukraine. Michael Johnson is dividing it up. Ukraine bill standalone, $60 billion. Israel bill, $26 billion. And they want to kick this guy out? Why? Articles of impeachment got shot down yesterday in the United States Senate. They said they were both unconstitutional, and they voted to adjourn. Trial over in a day. Over. Done. Mayorkas. But the Republicans were morons. Why didn't they impeach the president? I never get it. Donald Trump. Donald. You know I love you. You know I support you no matter what. You know now what he's wanting? He's wanting 5%. If you use Trump to raise money for your campaign, he wants 5% of it. Mr. President, if you endorse me, I'll raise a lot of money on that endorsement, and I'll give you half. If you endorse me, I'll give you half the money. You know what? Trump, I love the guy's policies. I support him no matter what. But when does the time come when something is done just because it's the right thing to do versus money? He ain't wired like that, is he? You know, endorse somebody because it's the right thing to do, not necessarily whether they're certain to win. And only loving the billionaires and people who are successful and making money. Why not love somebody who isn't successful but struggled like hell to try? You understand? Like all his comments, like, remember he said he likes soldiers that didn't die for their country. All right. Hezbollah commander, this guy right here, wiped out and killed by the Israelis. Good. Comer and Raskin went at it hard, baby. I wish Comer was more. Raskin's a political scoundrel. He's like a hitman for the mob. Comer's got too much Kentucky gentleman in him. But they went at it pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, check us out on ericdeters.com and all the platforms. And do not be a baldy, harpy hag. Shakespeare Insult today is chosen by Jamie Spindley, who beat me in chess today. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. UC is going to offer a course about Taylor Swift. Man, that's when you know you've conquered the world. Jamie, what do I got to do to get a course at UC where they say, in this course, we are going to study Eric the Bulldog Esquire Deters?
That would be a good class.
I think it'd be a great class. It'd be more interested in Taylor Swift. She's just rich. Jason Kelsey lost his Super Bowl ring. You get one even when you lose. At the Heights podcast that they did at Nippert Stadium. Gone. See you later. All right. Going to apparently report it to insurance. Car theft. All right. This car thief, not only is he a car thief, guess what? They found child porn all over his phone. I was telling my son last night, we went to see the movie Civil Jury, which I'm going to tell you is a woke, liberal, stupid, awful movie. We walked out. We stayed 45 minutes too long. But I said, look how screwed up this country is that there's customers for all the crap in this world. Bomb threat in West Claremont Middle School. Hell, not in high school anymore. Back in my day, somebody just pulled the fire alarm and everybody went, huh. Now they got bomb threats at middle schools. Unbelievable. Thomas Massey has not said one single word about Iran bombing Israel. IPEC doesn't do anything to defeat him. Trump doesn't endorse me. It is the most weirdest, goofiest thing I have ever seen. No political repercussions, no matter how stupid, weird, gay, and everything else Thomas Massey is. Thomas Massey, the man who wants to be Rand Paul's lover. Dad from his D-Malay groups. Creepy Thomas Massey. I'm going to beat the hell out of him figuratively for the rest of my life until he's gone. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again. This is Jamie Spindley with Eric Deters World News. Today's headlines. Voting stations across the Solomon Islands located 2,000 kilometers off Australia's coast are ready for elections. This will decide China's foothold in the Pacific region. Observer groups from various countries will monitor the process. Heavy rains again in the United Emirates disrupt operations at Dubai Airport, causing flooding. Flash floods also claim lives in Oman and the UAE. The Royal Bank of Scotland is to close 18 branches in Scotland, resulting in 105 job losses. The Royal Bank of Scotland, now NatWest Group, cites declining branch uses but pledges investment in remaining 69 branches. And evacuations are underway as Runghun Mountain erupts in Indonesia, sending high ash into the air. Concerns arise at possible collapse leading to a tsunami threat. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic Thursday. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. Cincinnati Reds lost 5-1 to the Mariners, got swept by the Mariners, had one hit, Ellie De La Cruz's home run. Abbott pitched well, got off to a 1-0 start. The Reds just suck on the West Coast. Warwick, NKU's hotshot guard shooter, is headed to the University of Missouri. O.J. Simpson, this is unbelievable, in his will, he's asking for a suitable monument to be built. Monument of O.J. With knife. I think we got a clip. All right, Porter, banned from the NBA, the Toronto Star. Guess why? Gambling, giving tips, giving out information. He is banned by the NBA. All right, Heat 104 76ers, 105 in the play-in game, and Jimmy Butler's hurt. Bulls 131, Hawks 116 in their play-in game. And you ready for this one? This is earth-shattering news. He coached coached for Army, coached at all those colleges, all those years, all that coaching. He's never drank coffee. Not only do I love Bill Belichick for lots of other reasons, I've never drank coffee either.
What?
I've sipped it maybe twice and said, bah! Somebody told me, ooh, get one. Get this from Starbucks. It's all creamy and marshmallowy and chocolatey and all that stuff. Bah! I don't get coffee. So I stand with Bill Belichick. We don't drink coffee. We're badass non-coffee drinkers. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Don't be a baldy, harpy hag like Jamie Spindley. Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. I knew this story about Chris Christopherson, but it was in the news yesterday, so I thought I'd share it as pop culture. Chris Christopherson, you may not realize this, but he was kind of like a war hero. I mean, he served in the military. I think he was on a helicopter gunship, but his father was military, all this stuff. He decided to leave behind this world to go to Nashville and be country music. And his parents actually disowned him. So they were ashamed of him. He gave all that, turned out pretty good for Chris Christopherson, both musically, acting, everything else. Got disowned by his parents. I swear, family dynamics are something else, aren't they? Something else. It's always the facts that matter. All right, Prince Harry has declared that he is going to be an American. He ain't going to be an Englishman anymore. What do you think of that, Spindley? Do the Brits care about Harry anymore?
No, I think they care more about me than they do Harry.
I think they probably should. All right, Primrose Hill is a new song out. I haven't listened to it yet. By Paul McCartney's son and John Lennon's son. I wonder if they get along better than their dads. Every dog has their day. Do not be a baldy, harpy hag.